Right, my name is Dónall Dempsey. I am a half a monkey. Jan is all the rest of the 1,000 ones. I barely get in the equation. She organises all this, runs it, I just stand up and make a fool of myself. So I'm going to do a little haiku, because haikus always break the ice. This is a haiku called New Dog, Old Tricks. It was my daughter's 3rd year of being herself, but she wasn't quite used to the idea yet, but she was learning the world and teaching me the world too. It was her birthday, and we had 33, I hate saying it was 33 actually, but because I'm Irish and I have to say 33, I tried to make it 40, so I don't have to say 33. There was a sort of a kid there, he wasn't all there, and he was 33 in the 3rd. I can't say that neither, so I'll either have to learn to lose this Irish accent or I won't be able to make that introduction. And they were going absolutely bananas, like Tom was there. Did Tom ever go absolutely bananas when he's a little kid and you had to tell him off, or he was always a good kid, was he? Oh, isn't that sick? Oh, God, remind me. Oh, that's fantastic. So they were going absolutely mad, and I was thinking, I let them at their own, the party was finished, and I thought, I better go in there and see what in God's name they're doing that would produce all that noise, going mad, absolutely bananas. And I approached the door, and as I approached the door, the silence went down, all the noise left, and I was now terrified. I was scared of the noise, I was terrified of the silence, and I thought, oh my God, what's happening? And just when I reached my hand to get to the door opened, hit me in the forehead, and I was trampled to death by 33 and the 3rd little kids. And they basically said this haiku to me. It's called New Dog, Old Tricks. The dog's in the loo. We was teaching him to pee. He just fell in. Thank you. I don't know if you've ever seen a poor little Yorkie trying to scrabble out of a porcelain bowl, but it ain't funny. They're mostly hair, so they shrink down to a terrible thing. So, do not teach your dog tricks like that, please. Irish expression called, is it yourself that's in it? I try not to use that on English people because they don't know what in God's name I'm talking about. So an Irish form of greeting is, how are you? You know, you well? Yeah, sure. But the other way we say hello in Ireland, is it yourself that's in it? And it's checking. Maybe you've been possessed by the devil, so you check to find out that the person inside is actually Liddy and not some demonic succubus that's taken her over like that. If Liddy says, oh, stop doing that altogether, then it's Liddy. If a dark, so furious voice goes, you will do not treat me this way, then you know she's been possessed by the devil. So, is it yourself that's in it? I go back to Ireland, and this is what happens. How ya? Said the stone, in a thick Irish accent. How's it going? Said another stone to the left of the other stone. So you decided to come home, sneered the passing breeze. Leave him be, shushed the familiar train. And an owl saw the green, let bygones be bygones. There I was, thinking in French and gesticulating in Italian. Are you sure it's himself? Inquired the changing cloud. Sure, I'd know him anywhere, spoke up the road that led in and out of here. Jesus, he's crying. Sniffled an old gone-to-seed house. And then it started crying itself. This place grew me, sobbed my tears. And now somehow either it or I had changed. Only the ghosts of ghosts remained. Thank you. It's very strange when you get home and the house that you grew up, that you were a little boy, that you first saw snowing, is no longer there. I went to go to Racket Room. I went into the room where I first saw snow when I was 7. It was 1963, so it was that winter, that cold, and I thought all snows, all Christmas was going to be like that. And I remember watching from my bedroom window the snow falling down, and now I'm inside the house and the snow is falling. The snow is inside the house, and I'm outside looking in at snow falling inside. All it took was about 50 years for that to happen. My mother used to always say, I used to be sick a lot, I used to stay at home, I'd help her with the dinner, the washing up, the making the beds, I'd chat and talk to her and get to know her as the woman she was as well. And after a bit of talking and laughing and singing and everything like that, she'd always say, oh Jesus, 12 o'clock and not a child in the house wash. There wouldn't be any child, all the childs would be at school except me. But that was her expression. So this is called a poet's work. Oh my God, is that the time? 12 o'clock and not a poem in the house written. Quick, wash those adjectives. Quick, bathe those verbs. Feed those nouns. Have you adverbs gone back to bed? Come on, smile, smile, like a simile. No, don't wear the same metaphor as you wore yesterday. And so with a little playful smack on his BTM, the poem is sent off into the world. See ya. Be good. A poet's work. Thank you. I'm going to get off in a minute, you'll be pleased to know that. This is called Welcome. There used to be a river down in Cork called the Onabwee. Onabwee means a yellow river. And it was down at the bottom of my uncle's farm. The farm was called Ballet. It was like a ballet, it danced. It was my Fern Hill. And I used to always go to this field that fell down to the river. And there's a song called Carrickdown. And Carrickdown is near where the farm was as well. So there I was, and I mentioned in the song. And Dónall swore I or, he part no more in Storm of Creek. So not only is it the river at the bottom of our farm, but I mentioned in it, and it's the whole area. It was magical to me. I thought, songs just don't exist outside. They're in there, and my sister and my granny used to always sing it to me. So sometimes the past comes back to you. So this is called Welcome. There was a knock on the door. I opened it. The river stood there dripping all over the welcome mat. It had dragged along bits of birds, trees and sky. An old worn summer. Aye, it rippled. Remember me? Sure, I said. You said you'd never forget me. How could I said. It grinned like that summer all over again. Come in, I said. It hung up the trees and sky on the hat rack. It sat in the back talking of this and that. Wow, I thought, still listening to the river. Talk of all the times we spent together. Memory sure does play some funny tricks on the mind. Well, it said, I better be going. It put back on the trees and birds, wore the sky at a jaunty angle. You haven't changed a bit, I said, kissing it goodbye. You've got old, it smiled. So very, very old. I laughed. I'm not that little boy I was. It wished me well. The door closed. Its footsteps lost in time. I only wrote this one last night. As you can see, it's a small poem. That's why I put it in the big print. The big print is because I'm short-sighted and you might see me trying to read small stuff like that. At this rate, even you can read that, can't you? Can you tell me the title, Liddy?
Can't quite see it. Only this kiss.
Say, Liddy could read that. So this is called Only This Kiss, and it's about kissing your one over there. It's not about any one kiss, it's about a whole lot of kisses put together. It's St. Mark's Square at Christmas time in Venice. It's here, it's there, and it's all the kisses of the world that I've ever given this woman, all in one single kiss. It's called Only This Kiss. The silence falls into the shape of the moonlit yard. The night falls into the sound of the quiet after an owl's hoot. This moment and all that's in it. Oh, that's wrong. The light falls upon the first tentative touch of lips. Everything is becoming everything else. This moment and all that's in it. The metaphor of who I am. The universe grasped by the scruff of the neck with only this kiss. Thank you.